Lads, welcome back. So, it's just an off the cuff video today about alcohol, why I rarely drink, my own experiences, and hopefully you take something from it. So, I started drinking from age 16, 17 onwards. However, since last summer, it's been pretty rare, and there have been reasons for that. But firstly, I'm not against it. And I'm not here to say you should never drink either because that would be hypocritical. I still drink from time to time, but the last few months, I would say my mindset on it has definitely matured a bit. From 16 to 20, it was fairly regular. That's cool. Had a good time, was a silly bastard on occasion, but no regrets whatsoever. 21 to 23, I would still go out and drink, but it was kind of less frequent. But however, when I did go drinking, it was definitely go hard or go home kind of mindset. And when I turned 24, a couple months after turning 24, I went to Thailand and Vietnam. That 6 week period was heavy. I mean, I probably drank 30 days out of the 40, not something I was used to doing at all. But look, I had just left my job as a PT. It was before I went all in with online coaching. It kind of felt to an extent that it would be one of the last times I have zero responsibility. So I kind of just decided to make the most of it. And that doesn't mean I think that drinking loads is making the most out of any trip. I actually think the opposite. But at the time, that was kind of the culture. When you go to Southeast Asia and you're traveling from hostel to hostel, that was just normal. So look, it was what it was, and I enjoyed myself. But anyway, since then it's been pretty rare, probably an average of once per month, with alcohol maximum. And the focus on my behalf now has been shifted away from as much social life. Also, dating girls have taken a big backseat on that, which has helped, by the way. And my productivity has just been way higher. In a business sense, I've made strides, and bear in mind I went self-employed in September 2024, so I did have to, lock in a bit more. And to be fully transparent, by the way, I'm not known for like getting absolutely fucked, maybe back in the day, but another reason I don't drink too much now is because I hate the thought of not having control of yourself. And I do think that's a part of maturing with alcohol, kind of developing a relationship with it. But when you get to a certain age, you can't be getting absolutely hammered, in my opinion. Look, people might disagree, still like to get drunk, have a good time, but getting absolutely blasted and being out of control of your actions, I think I'm at a point now where I'd feel extremely disappointed with myself if that was to happen. So yeah, not to sound too deep, but I think when you get to a point where you're more self-aware, more in tune with kind of who you are, again, I don't want to sound too dramatic here, but that kind of subconsciously causes you not to drink as much. It's kind of a byproduct. But yeah, anyway, ultimately I've had a lot of fun and I still will from time to time, but it's just important to know when to focus on bigger and better things. And I don't want to say I feel like I've gotten it out of my system. I used to say that a little bit. I kind of hate that phrase because I still will go out. I have my 25th birthday next week. Gonna have a lot of drinks for that, and it's gonna be great. So I wouldn't use that term, but I have this kind of new life clarity, I suppose, if you will, which allows me to not feel like I have to drink regularly, because I would have back, a few years back. I was definitely, a party head, you could say, but when you get to that point, as I said, where you're more self-aware, it just kind of slowly fades away. And I think once you realize that's happened, it's a nice, reassuring feeling that you're actually making progress, if that makes sense. And look, you'll still see people online who say you can drink and still make progress, which is absolutely true. I just think if you are genuinely trying to see some significant personal growth, it can't be that frequent. That's just my personal opinion. Not to mention, my hangovers are absolutely brutal, which does not help. But it does, I suppose, in a weird way, because you won't go out as much. But someone said this to me before, right? And I think this kind of probably will resonate with people. If you go out every week for 52 weeks, obviously in the year, and it takes you 2 or 3 days to feel back to your normal self, that's however many days, 150 days in the year where you're not feeling yourself. That someone told me that maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, fuck, like that is very true, because I did used to go out once a week. And also, lads, this is a personal opinion, but I think if you're in your 20s, boys, and you're still getting extreme fear of missing out, or FOMO, as people call it, you need to have a bit of a look at yourself. That's my opinion, as I said, but you just can't be getting FOMO at 24, 25. Look, whatever you think, but that's my opinion. So yeah, unless alcohol makes you into a bad person that you don't like yourself, which I've seen that happen to a few people, then I'm not saying never drink, clearly, but I think having periods where you don't makes it that bit sweeter when you do, and you progress that bit more. And you'll save a lot of money. By the way, if you're new here, I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe. It would help my small channel out a lot. But to conclude, I think alcohol is unbelievable fun at times. It really is. But if that's what you're looking forward to most on a weekly basis, then something definitely needs to change in your life. So next week is the big 25, going to make a big birthday weekend vlog. So tune in for that and have a good one.